This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. I want to start off giving infinite honors, glory, and prayers to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakodash. Double honors to our apostles, elders, bishops, the great millstone, rule well, teaches this truth 100%, no cut. Double shalom and salutation to the Akim, pushing his word across the four winds, and true faith, sincerity, giving all diligence. I want to just get into a quick lesson out of Warren Ratazalo, as well as edifying and to the point. Just send around this title right here, this news article I came across, which is very interesting when you dive into it. You know, I'm not going to read the whole article, but I'm going to leave the link in the description box, you know, which we've been hearing about this ongoing tension between basically the U.S., you know, Donald Trump, you know, the U.S. and the president of Denmark, which, if you know, Denmark is a part of the NATO, the European Union. And it's a big power shift conflict, you know, with Trump, you know, wanting to take over, you know, Greenland, and Denmark not allowing, you know, the U.S., you know, to take it over, to be the dictators of it. You know, and then when you also, the background, it's a strategic move far as, in a sense, but it's going to backfire, because it puts them in the middle, where, the U.S. take over Greenland. You know, they over there, you know, can set up, you know, to kind of defend from Russia and China, so to speak, but also is going to bring forth the collapse, you know, aid in the collapse of the conflict of NATO, because again, Denmark is a part of NATO. So it's a big confusion, man. Their house, you know, Satan is divided against Satan. Then also you got those resources over there, and we know Esau is known for, you know, going somewhere and stripping it bare. You got the resources high in lithium. Then Greenland has a whole bunch of, you know, different, you know, precious minerals and stones over there, gold, titanium, you know, things of that nature. Tiberium, I think I'm pronouncing it right. Salakia if I'm not, but it's basically a soft metal which is used, to make, you know, different, you know, drones, electrical cars, and so on and so forth. You know, so Greenland has a lot of potential and a lot of untapped, you know, resources over there. So you could count that in the equation as well. You know, but as we started off with, you know, hey, this damn devil, that's all he does. Is spoil, you know, nations, countries, and people, man. And just takes over, man. But that's his job, that's his lot. Because he's been blessed with the sword. That same sword is going to be his destruction. And it says, NATO allies are moving forces and equipment into Greenland at a speed and scale not seen since the Cold War, turning the ice-covered island into a front line of Arctic security planning. The rapid deployment comes as tension rise over territorial ambitions, great power rivalry in the high north, and a sharpening dispute between Washington and Copenhagen, Salakia. But that is right there. It says over who ultimately calls the shots on the island. See? But I ain't gonna get into it. Like I said, I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. But yeah, this is all a part of prophecy, man. You know, in the sense of, man, this devil is tearing itself down. You know, Satan divided against Satan. How can this kingdom stand, man? Now let's get that word spoil. And it reads, to strip someone violently of clothes, strip a slain enemy, strip, plunder, pillage. And that's basically the point, man. Rob, plunder, pillage, as you see. And that's what this devil is known for, but he's been given the power to do it. But again, his blessing is his destruction. Ruling by the sword, he's gonna die by the sword, man, at the return of Yahweh Shah. So we're in beautiful times, man. These devils in conflict with one another, tearing one another down, man. Over their greed, serving them their own belly. But that's what they designed to do. This is Revelation 6:4. It reads, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And we see that going on, man. The conflict, the wars, that's going on between these devils, man. stealing from one another, trying to take over, bully one another. We see it, man. All right, we see it at an all-time high now. But again, it's a beautiful thing, beautiful times that we living in, man, because it's prophecy being fulfilled. Ultimately, going to lead up to what? Matter of fact, let's get that, because again, that's a big conflict of interest, because we know, again, Denmark is a part of NATO and the EU, man. All right, so it's a big conflict, man. All right, you got the U.S. Trying to bully, Denmark, these different, countries, out of their own land, take over this and take over that, tell them what to do. All right, and a lot of them is joined unto what? NATO and the EU. Just like you had a year ago, with Israel, as they say, beefing, with Ireland, because Ireland spoke up against, saying that Israel was basically, going against the humanitarian act, man. Blowing up their own people and so on and so forth. So there's a lot going on. And if you know, Ireland is a part of NATO and the EU, man. Okay? Part of the EU. All right, now let's get this real quick, because they're turning against one another, man. Those toes, as it talks about in Daniel, they're crumbling. All right? And let's get it. Let me see. Salakia. Salakia, where we at? Revelation, what it is? Why ain't her? I'm gonna put this her. Salakia, Israel. Let me see. All right, we'll start here. Revelation 17 and 16, and the 10 horns. All right, well, we're gonna start here. Let me see. All right, we get straight to the point. It says, and he said unto me, well, I'm going to start here. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. All right, and that Lamb is talking about Yahweh Shah and those that make war. All right, during World War III, when the Lord cracks those clouds and returns, you're going to have those different nations that's fighting against each other. Okay, going to turn and try and fight against the Lord, man, which consists of what? NATO and the EU. All right. It says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are people and multitudes and nations and tongues. And that horse talking about Babylon the Great, mystery Babylon, O virgin daughter Babylon, man, talking about America, which has their hand in every nation, man. Okay, trying to dictate every nation. Okay. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. And that 10 horns talking about NATO, man. Okay. In the EU. It says, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Talking about with those thermonuclear missiles, man. All right, wash up. Why will it hate the whore? Why would the NATO and the EU hate the whore? Why? As we see, man, the Esau, back in, Esau, far as when going into, it's a lock, your little tongue tied. But the U.S. back in Israel, which is stirring up a whole bunch of BS, okay, in the Middle East, and also of their own greed, man. The U.S.'s own greed, trying to take over these different countries, man, and nations. All right, and it's bringing forth a big conflict with these European unions, man, European nations, man. All right, so the Lord gonna put it in their mind to turn against this whore, man. Okay, which is Babylon the Great. Again, and it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire by way of what? Those thermonuclear missiles. It says, for the Most High has put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the word of the Most High shall be fulfilled, man. All right, and that's what we see going on right now. And the woman which thou sawest is the great city, Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, which reigneth over the kings of the earth for right now until the Lord put it in their hearts to turn against this devil, man, to fulfill his will, man. All right, so that's what's going on right now. Okay, that in-house turmoil and conflict and division, which is going to bring about the end to this devil, man. Esau, Edom. Micah 2 and 1 through 2. It reads, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power of their hands. And they covet fields, and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And that's all we've been seeing going on, man. And we read, that's their blessing, you know, to thrive and to live according to violence, man. Okay, to rule by the sword. All right, but it's all backfiring, man. Okay, and we see it in real time. All right, check their track record. All right, and look at the present day. All right, and we see where it's leading according to prophecy, man. All right, to their destruction, to their damnation, and their downfall, and the elect of Israel's uprising, man. Okay, at the return of our King, our Lord, our Savior, Yahweh Shah, who the world gonna call Jesus, man. All right, but with that, Lord, when this quick hit was edifying and to the point, hey, till next time, hey, shalom.